Hi everyone, and welcome to 144K and the Bride. This is actually my first video for this channel. I'm really excited to share with all of you. I have been getting a lot of dreams and visions. I've received many dreams and visions for the past 10 to 15 years, but recently they are very, very strong. So I felt guided by the Lord to share it with all of you. That's why I'm here. And today's dream that I will be sharing is actually about the 144,000, and it's also a rapture dream. So this is how it started. The dream itself, the vision that I got, it was like a bird's view. So I could see the whole scene as if I'm hovering above. So what it was that it was a sky, so I could see the sky was blue and it had like white puffy clouds. It was a clear blue sky. It looked nice, like kind of like spring and summertime, and the sun was really bright and glowing in whitish gold color as we know it. So bright sun. It was not a hot day, but it was a nice day. It's a day where everyone would like to be outside. And on the left hand side, I remember seeing that there was a train track. So this train track was kind of curved and it was like hovering over a city below. So I was at a bird's eye view. I could see the train track, so I'm very close next to the train track, and down below was a city. And in the city there were different areas to the city, and there was one specific section where I could see it was like a little town, like where you could do like shopping, like there's markets, there's like stalls, so people were selling things like clothing, fruits, vegetables, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of different shops there. And the ground, something very unique I saw was that the ground, it was like made from big stone. So there were like a stone flooring, like outdoor stone flooring, and there were benches as well. So these benches were made out of bricks. So there were brick type, stone type benches, and people could just sit down. They can, eat an ice cream cone, all kinds of stuff. And I noticed that there was a lot of greenery too. So this place was very beautiful. Like you can walk around, you can hang out, you can do shopping, you can just like admire the greenery. It's somewhere that like if you were to go as a tourist, it would be like a tourist attraction as well. So a really nice place. Now, the sounds that I could hear a lot of the people laughing, having fun, loud. It was really loud, like busy sunny day, and people were just enjoying, having fun. And I remember a lot of people, they were talking a lot, so a lot of conversations were going on at the same time. It's kind of like I had like a super sense where I could hear all these conversations at once, and it got quite noisy. And but in a good way, like people were just having fun, but I could not make out what they were saying because there was so many conversations going on. But I do remember a lot of laughter there. All of a sudden there was remember the train track that I mentioned that was hovering above on my left hand side? All of a sudden there was a train. It came really fast and it halted, it stopped right above this city that was down below. So now this train is hovering the city, and it was a long white train. It was just pure white, and it was a long train where I couldn't see all the doors. So many like different what is it called, sections to this train. And the first section that was closest to me, the doors open and I could see that there was a couple there. So there was like a man and a woman. So what I got from that part was that when I was dreaming, something told me that those two were actually like a team. So they were paired up. So those two were teamed up, and they were like a tag team. So they're not necessarily like married or a couple. They were like tagged together. They were paired together. And I saw the compartment. So the next door left to them, it also opened, and there was also a couple in there, but I couldn't see the gentleman. I saw the woman. And what they were doing is when the door opened, they were looking at the city down below. So they were observing everything. And these people, they were just dressed up normally, okay? And then something told me, I felt guided to look up. So I looked up at the sky, at the sun, and the sun had changed. It was no longer that goldish color that we know it to be. It was this reddish orangish color, and it looked bigger, like it looked bigger than it was. And there were these, it looked like hot energy, kind of like flares, and it was really like stringy looking, flary, kind of hot, and really radiating. And next thing I knew, there was this loud horn, and this horn, it went off. As soon as that horn went off, the sounds, the image, everything had shifted, everything had changed. The people down below, there was some sort of panic, some sort of chaos down below. People were screaming, they were pushing each other. I can hear them pushing each other. I can hear people just kind of like freaking out at the sun because the sun looked different. And they were just really, I felt like impatient, just like not really like disregarding each other, something like that. It was like they were not, it's kind of like get out of my way, that kind of thing. So that's what I got from the dream. And people were just pushing. I can hear them pushing and just screaming, and they just wanted to get out of there. And then I looked back up at the train, and those pairs that were in the train, one of the gentlemen said to the woman next to them, so their partner, they said, their team partner, they said, "It's time." And then the woman just nodded their head in agreeing that it's time. These partners that were in the train, they were the 144,000. And they were dressed just like, just like we are. They were just regular clothes, just ready, just waiting. It's like they were ready to go, like, let's go, that kind of thing. I didn't see the actual rapture itself in the dream, but that's what I sensed from the horn when the horn went off, that something had happened, and then there was that pushing and the panic down below. So this was the dream that I had, one of the dreams that I had that I thought I would share with you.